Hi, it's Tom, and I want to show you how to put your pictures for your last homework problem in plant propagation up on a Google map. Now you'll recall I'm asking you to either take a picture of wound healing or of an example of where we're trying to get plants to survive the winter. And I'm asking you to put the location up on Google Map and also to post your picture there. So how do you do that? All right, so here we have a picture of the Google map, and I've got it zoomed out so that we can see Minneapolis here. Now the picture that I'm going to post is of something I did yesterday where I protected my Swiss chard plants out in the breeding nursery using mulch. So I'm going to show you that, and to do that I need to zoom in here and put my location in, which is right on the experiment station. So I'm zooming in on the university. This is where the greenhouses are, and just north of the greenhouses here is the plot where my Swiss chard is. So I'm going to zoom that in a little bit more. And right in here is where I want to put my pointer. So here we go. Up here you can see I'm clicking on an icon that says Add Marker. Once I click on that, my cursor turns into a crosshair, and I can bring it down and position it where I took the picture. So I'll click there, and up comes a window with two boxes. There's a title box at the top and a description box on the bottom. In the title box I want you to put your name. So I'll put mine, Tom Michaels. And in the description box, I'm just going to put a bunch of X's, and I'm going to come back later and put a longer description to show you what I want. But essentially, I want you to tell me what I'm seeing in the picture. If it's an example of wound healing, then tell me, is it a pruned branch? Is it a graft union? Is it a place where there was rodent damage? What's going on, and what are you seeing in terms of healing? So try to condense that into maybe 2 or 3 lines. So I'll come back and give you an example. But we want to post a picture here too, so how do we do that? Down here's a camera icon, so you click on that icon. Up comes a box where we have some choices of various ways we can search for an image to insert, but I want you to use your own image. So the way you do that is you click on this option, which is Image URL. So a URL is the address that Google Map will go to access your image. That means you need to put your image online. You can't upload it to Google Map. You have to have it online anyway, already. So you do that by putting your image, maybe you have a Facebook account, put your image there. Or if you have a Google Plus account, put it there. Or if you keep a blog, you can put it there. There are a lot of places online you can put it. And then you find the URL for that picture and enter it in Google Maps. Now I should say, if you don't have Facebook or Google Plus or have a blog or don't want to do any of that, I will allow you to just post it normally on a forum. But I'd way prefer you to be able to do it on Google Maps because I'm interested in the location and having you show me on the map where you got it. So if at all possible, try to first post your picture on a blog or something and then link to the URL. So anyway, how do you do that? Let me set this up again, and we are showing link to a URL. So I happen to have my pictures up on Google+, so I'm going to click on that tab. There's my picture of me standing out in the field yesterday with a big pile of compost, and I'm going to layer this over top of my Swiss chard to try to keep it warm. So how do I get the URL? If I right-click on the picture, and this is the same as it works in Facebook and in blogs, right-click on the picture, one of the options I have here is Copy Image URL. Perfect. So I left-click on that. Now I've copied it into my notebook. I go back to the tab for Google Maps. I right-click on this box that says Paste an Image URL here, and I choose Paste. And bang, there it is. I've got my URL in here. Google Maps finds it quickly, and there's my picture. At this point, hit the select bottom on the bottom right hand corner, which you may not be able to see given this view. And then I'm back to the window where I have my title, which is my name, showing the picture. I'll come back and put a nice description. And now make sure that you click Save. Once you click Save, then there we are. Now I'm going to go back to the Google Map and change one of the options so that my name shows up here, but I don't have that set up currently. Now I've got a second picture I want to put up here, and you could put a second picture too, because remember, I want you to have at least one of your pictures that you put up, and if you're only putting up one, you need to do this, of your hand pointing to, say, the wound healing or the compost or whatever, or put yourself in the picture. And you can see I put myself in the picture, so I'm proving, yeah, I really was out there. And it was 17 degrees, by the way. It was a chilly day. So I'm putting another marker in here, so I clicked on Add a Marker, positioning the crosshairs. Up comes another one. I'm putting my name again, Tom Michaels, number 2, and I'll put another description there of what I'm showing you. And now I need to enter an image URL. I go back to Google+. Where's my other image? There it is. And so here in this image, I'm showing two different beds of Swiss chard that I've covered. The one in front just has about a foot of compost over it. The one in back that you can't see quite so well with this picture is a foot of compost, and then I put plastic over top and held down the plastic with frozen clods of dirt. So I'm interested to see whether either or both or neither of these work. How do I find the URL? I right click, copy image URL, go back to Google Map, right click, paste, there's my picture, select, save, and now I've got both markers. Again, I'm going to set this up so that you'll see my name next to it, and you can then, when you take a look at this particular map, let's back it out a little bit, you'll see my two marks out there in the experiment station. You can click on them and up comes my post and I can see the picture. So that's what I want you to do. Now again, just to reiterate, if you can't upload your picture first to a blog or to Google Plus or Facebook or something like that, you can post your picture or pictures on the Moodle forum. But if at all possible, try to use this location-specific approach. And I'd like to see if some of you, if you get this assignment while you're on your Thanksgiving break and you're away from town, how about if you do an example of where you are for Thanksgiving? I'd like to see dots all over the map, not just around campus here in Minneapolis. Good luck with it. Bye for now.